Good morning, it's the Redways and we are here at Gatwick North Terminal about to catch an EasyJet flight over to Alicante, Spain.
So our flight is at 7:25, which is in about 3 hours time. We've got here nice and early so we can have a walk around duty free, have a breakfast at the bar.
So when we get to Spain, we're actually going to be going to our wedding venue. So the last time we was there, it was September, not last year, the year before. So we're going to be going to do our wedding tasting, see the venue again, and we thought we'd take you along for the journey.
We're going to hire a car out there. We've hired it from GoldCar. We've never actually used them before, so we're going to see what they're like. It's about an hour's drive from Alicante to Denia, so come along on our journey. So we have literally just got through security. It's probably the least busy I have ever seen it. We must have been through in what, like 5 minutes?
I think it was even less than that. It was so easy, but now we're going to go to the Red Lion just to get some breakfast. I'm absolutely starving. So we just got to the Red Lion, and because I've got allergies, they have given me one of their allergy tablets. So all I need to do is just tick all the things that I am allergic to, and then it will give me the options that I can have for breakfast. So our food has arrived, and luckily I was able to have a sausage, 2 hash browns and baked beans. Unfortunately, normally when I go out I can't have anything that goes in the fryer, but I can have the hash browns, which is brilliant. So we just had our breakfast in the Red Lion and a little drink, and yeah, I don't think it ever lets you down with a breakfast, does it?
Absolutely not. However, it is a little bit expensive. It was $14.50 for a large breakfast. You do get 2 sausages, 2 eggs, a couple of hash browns and some beans and a few mushrooms. So yeah, it is a bit on the expensive side.
Yeah, so I did have a glass of wine in there, and I think it was like about £6, which isn't too bad, but I just think the food is really dear. But I think the portion size was okay though.
Portion size was absolutely fine, and the staff were great as well. So I got to the bar and I explained all of Amy's allergies, which are dairy, nuts, eggs and shellfish, and she went through the whole process and made sure there wouldn't be any cross-contamination or anything like that. It was very smooth and very easy.
Also, the reason I like going there is because it is just so quick. You don't need to worry about like your flight, the gates opening soon. It is just so quick.
Absolutely. So we're just going to be heading to the gate now. It's gate number 685, and I'm guessing it's going to be around about a 10-minute walk.
Who has a severe nut allergy. To keep them safe, please don't open or eat anything containing nuts. If you have any questions, please ask.
So we are just waiting for our plane to depart from London Gatwick. The weather is not very nice this morning, and our flight should be about 2 hours 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here, try and work out some wedding bits, things to ask the wedding planner, and then we'll check in when we land. Just arrived in Alicante. It's 11:22. Managed to do passport control. I've got to say that was such a quick flight.
That was it.
It just seemed
good.
So just straightforward. The only problem was trying to get off because we was right at the back.
Yeah, that was a bit irritating, wasn't it? But we got there in the end. We're just going to go get our car now. We've hired the car from GoldCar. We haven't actually used them before. We usually go for Record Go, don't we?
Yeah, I find Record Go is really smooth and easy normally.
Yeah, it is. But they're a little bit too expensive this time, weren't they?
And also they only had a people carrier, and it's only the 2 of us this trip.
Oh yeah, we don't want a big car. We want something nice and small. So we've gone for GoldCar. They were the cheapest, and we paid for an insurance where you don't have to have any deposit on your debit or credit card, and there's no excess either, which helps a lot because the excess can be around £600. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So I think it's really worth getting the insurance for it. So we're just going to go find out now where to go and pick up our keys.
Well, it's normally along here, isn't it? So I know Record goes normally down that way as you come out of Alicante.
Yes, it is.
But maybe it's down this way. I think I remember seeing it down this way. But we'll let you know.
Right, so we are going to collect our car. We was at the GoldCar stand, and right next to it was the key and go machine, and it was so easy. We literally typed in the reservation number. It gave us the details. It gave us options to choose which car we wanted. So we went for a Citroen C3. And it dropped the keys out of a little letterbox.
It's really weird. It was like an ATM machine, wasn't it? You just had to put your car in.
Yeah.
You did have to pay a deposit for the fuel, which you will get back if you do bring back the same amount of fuel that was left in the car. So yeah, I do think that was quite dear though. For what we paid
133 euros for the deposit. But as Amy said, we do get that back, providing we bring the tank back full.
Do you know what else is really expensive? Water in the airport. These just cost 10 euros. Just 2 Evian waters.
That is
10
expensive.
euros. Insane. But yeah, let's go pick up our car and see what we've got.
So we finally found the car. It's a little bit awkward finding it. We did have to ask a member of staff, but they helped us and showed us exactly where we needed to go, and here we are. So we booked a small car, which is the smallest one they do, and this is what we've ended up with. It's a really nice car actually. It's got a decent sized boot, easily fit 4 people in there. We usually get a medium car, but I don't think there's any need with the size of this one. It seems pretty good.
So we've got our car all sorted, and now we're going to drive to see another villa we might potentially rent for a few of our guests for our wedding weekend or week sort of thing.
So just looked it up on the sat nav, and it's saying 1 hour and 10 minutes at the moment. So depending on traffic, hopefully there isn't any, and we'll be able to get there as quickly as possible.
Yeah, so we will catch up with you soon. So I must say that was a little bit of an experience.
To say the least.
So we drove down to Arnold Beach to meet this guy to go have a view, like look around this villa that we thought was going to be a bit more suitable for us. Yeah, the villa's hasn't really sold it to us. There was no water in the swimming pool. That made me laugh. I was like, does this come with water?
There was still used bed sheets on most of the beds.
Oh, and there was like Virgin Mother Mary's everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. Like on decorative plates on the wall. It was just not giving like Spanish wedding destination wedding vibes.
No, I can imagine it's good for if you was to go away with maybe a lad's weekend or something, but
yeah, I could see that, but
definitely not for a wedding.
And it's also just in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So he said literally you'd have to walk for miles just to find anywhere to eat. Taxis aren't very good to get around there.
They seem to be quite scarce,
yeah.
He was saying, for taxis.
But on a happier note, we found a McDonald's.
What did you get?
So I was able to have nuggets and their fries, but not the burger. Because the hamburger actually has, I think it may contain milk, so obviously got to avoid that. All I did is I just went on the website, tried to translate, to find out exactly what I can have. But these are a game changer.
They are an absolute game changer. No need for a straw.
They literally just go on the top, and then when you drink from it, nothing spills down you. Like, why don't we have these? Because they always forget to put the straws in the bag, and then you're stressing out. But yeah. Anyway, so now we're going to take a drive over to our hotel that we're staying in, where most of our wedding guests are going to stay. It probably should take us about 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah, around 20 minutes. That's what it was saying on the sat nav a moment ago.
Yeah, and then we can finally sit down, have a glass of wine, And
absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like we are a bit shattered, I'm not going to lie.
We're tired. We're
Yeah.
tired. So we're going to maybe have a nap if we can.
Oh, a siesta?
Have a siesta.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah?
But we'll catch
right.
up with you guys in a bit. After a well-deserved nap, since being up since, what was it, 3 a.m. was it?
3 a.m, yeah.
Yeah, we are going to go into town and explore Denia, maybe have some dinner, some drinks.
So we're hoping to find, what, a steak restaurant?
Yeah, it's normally the safest option for me when eating abroad, because then the steaks, they can cook it in a pan, there's no cross-contamination on the grill or anything. So we'll see what we can find.
So we've just got our meals and the steak has come up. It does look very nice. Unfortunately, we had to actually send back the potato because they did put sour cream on there, which we did say not to have for obvious reasons, really, because of Amy's allergies. So we have just sent that back, but they were more than happy to do it. And they have actually just given us a new one, which is great. So hopefully everything is okay. I'm sure Amy will do a lip test like she usually does, to test it, and we'll tell you what we think soon. Right, okay, so we've ordered a ribeye, a steak. We're not actually too sure if it actually is a ribeye. We kind of need your opinion on it. What do you think? Is this actually a ribeye? It doesn't seem like it is. It's definitely got flavour, but we're not sure. What do you guys think? So we have literally just stopped at what we think is a restaurant. We were just on the way back from Denia back to the hotel, and we just thought we'd pop in just to see what this place is all about. It looks like it's called Venta Deposa, if my pronunciation is correct. It's actually really, really nice. They got loads of palm trees, they got nice lighting around, there's fairy lights up here. I think this is the attraction for Amy. Anywhere there's a fairy light, and she's there.
So whilst we were here, I thought I would just ask for a menu, obviously not eating because we ate before, and see if they actually could cater for allergies. But I'm absolutely amazed by this. I don't know if you can see, but they have little logos of like the 14 main allergens on their menu. They have got a QR code here, so you can get the menu in English, but there are actually a lot of options that I could have. And it also says on here that they can adapt like certain meals for your allergens, which I think is absolutely brilliant. So it does just show you that eating in Spain with allergies isn't actually too hard. You just got to find the right place. So it has been a very, very long day. So I think we started our day at about 3 a.m, wasn't it?
Yeah, 3 a.m.
Yeah, and then we had the 7:25 flight with EasyJet from London Gatwick over to Alicante.
And that actually arrived early, which is quite nice, by about 15 minutes.
Yeah, the flight seemed to be really, really quick, and it just runs smoothly. The only thing was that we were sitting at the back of the plane, and then obviously you're the last ones to get off, and we had no check-in bags, so we just wanted to get through as quickly as possible.
Passport control's slightly different as well now. They take your fingerprints. However, it is actually, I think it's quicker.
It was quicker. Do you know when you scanned your passport, though,
Yes.
That took ages for some reason. It was just kept buffering sort of on the screen. And it was saying attendance coming, and then the gates just opened. So very confusing.
Yeah, we managed to get through it. So then we went to hire the car. That was probably the easiest process I think I've ever had.
Well, trying to find it wasn't that easy.
I got finding the actual kits, yeah. But we got there, and all we did was type in our reservation number, and we got to choose our car, and the key popped out, and that was it. I think it took the best part of 3 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
Really easy.
And then we drove up to see this alternative villa that we was going to potentially book.
Yes.
And the pictures online, it looked stunning, and it was really, really cheap. But there was definitely a reason it was that cheap.
Yeah, it wasn't great. The beds weren't made. There was no water in the swimming pool. And the guy that took us around that we met, I don't really know how would you describe the guy? Like, he wasn't very accommodating.
Yeah, and it was kind of like, that might be sorted when you come out in May. It might be done. And I just thought you would prepare a villa for if you were staying there. It's like the floors hadn't been swept. It was just really dirty.
Yeah, nothing was really definite or defined.
No, you would have been so disappointed if you booked that though. From the pictures, it's stunning, but it was horrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But this is why sometimes it's worth going to look at these places, because you don't know how they're going to be, and pictures can be quite deceiving.
And then we came along, checked into our hotel. We did have a little nap.
We did have a nap.
We was exhausted. And then we drove into Denia. I think because of the time of year it is, not a lot was open, but I think it could be really nice down there.
Oh, absolutely. I can imagine it's quite different in the summer time when it's hot and there's a lot of other tourists around as well, and it'd probably be a lot busier because right now it is the end of February. So again, it's just like anywhere in Spain. It's not going to be too busy.
Yeah, and I do feel a little bit gutted that I didn't do my research on Denia just to find out where a good restaurant was. But as we were in Denia, I was like, let's look up online. I fancy a steak. Let's try a steak restaurant. And it's always quite easy for me with my allergies, a steak, isn't it? So we looked up online, and it kept saying that the Cut in Denia Marina was one of the best steak restaurants there. But yeah, we definitely say differently.
Yeah, I mean, the place looks great from the outside. It looks nice on the inside. The staff are quite friendly. However, we ordered a ribeye. We both had a ribeye.
It was not a ribeye, it was a fillet.
It wasn't a ribeye steak. Unfortunately, Amy found a hair.
It just puts me off my food. Anything like that, I'm like, no.
They did take it away straight away, of course, and they were about to cook another steak, but I think it was a little bit put off by finding the hair. So
yeah, and they did fill me with confidence because they were like, you can't have the fries because they do go in the same fryer as other things that I'm allergic to, but we'll do you a baked potato. My baked potato came up with sour cream in. You know, like, have you actually understood my allergies and how severe it is?
So they exchanged it. They exchanged the potato, and the potato came out plain, which was great, but it was just dry.
It just wasn't cooked properly.
It wasn't cooked properly either.
No, not at all. But yeah, it was just really confusing because when we asked them, I went, are you sure this is a ribeye? And they were like, yep. There was no eye of fat in it at all.
Which was described on the menu.
Yeah, but I would never, ever go back there again. Maybe for a drink.
Yeah.
Because it was really nice being actually in the marina. But
it's got a great location. Like, it's right opposite. It's right in the marina. It's right opposite all the boats. And it is a nice place, but visually. But as for the food...
I could actually say
great.
it was disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not nice at all.
It wasn't great.
But parking around in that area, it's so easy, wasn't it?
Very easy.
But it might be because it's out of season that people aren't really out in the marina and stuff. Yeah. But we're back at our hotel now. We really do need to sleep tonight.
Yeah, we're absolutely exhausted.
Yeah. And then we'll start tomorrow nice and fresh.
Absolutely.
See you later.
Bye.